Hey guys, Alex Aquarius here, reporting live from your Taco Bell. We are inside Taco Bell. We're filming. We're live. What's that? Kind of looks like a spaceman motif. Maybe because we're near NASA. There's a Baal Earth. What a crock of bell. Okay, so coming out of Taco Bell, just in the middle of taking a bite out of my enchilada, I come out to show you the truths that are on this building. Architecture, 1, 2, 3, bam. Now watch. This is the eyebrow of Horus. Okay, you see the eyebrow there? See the white line above the bell? That's an eyebrow. Okay, if you've seen the eye of Horus, that's the eyebrow of Horus. And now look at the bell in the center. Look, it has a yellow dinger. The dinger is an actual pupil, a slitted pupil of a serpent. Some people even argue that the bell kind of looks like an unrolled condom on the tip, and maybe it's promoting promiscuity. Don't know about that, but I know about the Egyptian symbolism and the Freemasonic symbolism. If you go down, you have an arch. Arches represent all of the arches of all of the cathedrals, of the Catholic cathedrals in Europe, for example, and all of the arches of the Muslim temples of Islam. They represent the arches of Baal, of Moloch. And the arches are where the sacred prostitutes would work. We're talking thousands of years ago, 4,000 years ago. And when you would go to a sacred prostitute in the temple of Baal, or Tammuz, or Moloch, or whatever, there was an arch. So you would perform sacrifices and rituals, which usually perform sexual magic. And anytime there is a peak of sensitivity, let's call it, there's an arch, which at the top of each arch is a point where there's a very sensitive spot. If you're thinking of female anatomy, look at all of the arches of the cathedrals in Europe, for example, Notre Dame, covered in arches. All of the arches have points on the top because those are sensitive spots when you're looking at female anatomy. And the anatomy refers to the arch that gave birth to the sun god Baal. So here you have the squares and the compasses represented masonically on the lampshade covers, and then you actually have stonework supporting the pillars, which is actually masonry. So you have masonry, pillars, compass, and squares. The name Bell, an arch, which is a point of light. Can you believe HW wanted 1,000 of these? You have a bell with actually a number 6 inside the opening, with a yellow slitted reptilian pupil, with an arch white on the top, such as the arch of the eyebrow of Horus. Now, tell me, if that's not what it is, how could I just say all of that? All right, now. All right, guys, here we are at the front door of this restaurant. Same thing again. Eyebrow of Horus, the eyeball, the bell. It's kind of pinkish. Could be, look at the tip of it. That's highly unusual. It does look like an unrolled condom, disgustingly enough. That's not Masonic or Egyptian symbolry for me, but people do mention that. Also, look at the yellow pupil, which is reptiles have yellow pupils, yellow eyeballs with slitted pupils. There's an arch, which represents a point of light. A point of light is where anywhere where sacrifice is going on, rituals or orgies or orgasm. And then you have 2 lampshades with compass and squares, and you have masonry literally holding up the 2 pillars, and you have 2 pillars. Inside the bell, you actually have the number 6, occluded by the plastic molding there of the actual number 6 inside the bell. Do you see that? Now ask yourself, this guy, Alex Aquarius, he could just be sitting out there making this stuff up, thinks he found something, but it ain't real. But just look at what you are looking at. You're looking at a supposed bell that looks like a pink unrolled condom, that has a number 6 on the inside, that has what looks like an eyeball, a yellow eyeball with the slitted pupil, reptilian style on the inside. And it's underneath an eyebrow which resembles a lot the eyebrow of Horus from Egypt. So how could you do that? You know, if that's not what it's about, how could I be saying this? What would I be telling you folks? I'm just telling you. Can you see me there? Hello? So, tell me folks, what does this mean? Let's go back and look at the drive-through entrance. Alright, yeah, drive-through entrance is not as stimulating. You know, it doesn't have the accoutrements on it, right? It's got the eyebrow. Look at that. It doesn't have the bell. It doesn't have the eye. It doesn't have the 6. It doesn't have the dinger. It doesn't have the yellow. It doesn't have the slit. It doesn't look like a condom. Unrolled. And it doesn't even have the lampshades. So, what's up? On the 3rd door, we don't have a 6. So there's not 3 6s. There's only 6 and 6 of the side, the front left door and the front door, but not on the drive-through. Why did they leave all of the symbology up? Probably because they knew nobody's looking up. You know? That's why. So as we're walking around here, let's go back to the front. I'm walking across the drive-through. People are ordering their food, walking between cars, looking up, just trying to see Taco Bell. The bell, the brow, the eyeball, the 6. That, what other number in the alphanumeric code do you know that looks like that red line there? That is a 6. And does that not look like a yellow slitted pupilled eyeball? And are these not 2 pillars? Is that not an arch? Are these not Masonic lampshades with compasses and squares on them? Let's go up and look. Again, folks, I'm not telling you any opinions about this stuff. I'm just saying I know about it and I'm noticing it. Why is it here? Why do you have to have that on your lampshade? Why is that your lampshade? It's obviously a square, a 90-degree square, and a compass on top. I mean, come on. To someone like me, it's really obvious when we come out here and we look at these things what that is. It doesn't tell us anything other than we recognize it. So what are you doing? What is that about? You know? We just can't figure that out. Just wanting to know why. Hello. So here we go, folks. Out here on the edge. Looking at the Masonic corporate world. What is it about? What are they trying to teach us? What is the message? What is the message behind an eyebrow of Horus? What is the message behind a bell that looks like a condom? What is the message behind a yellow eyeball inside that looks like a serpent's pupil? What is the message behind arches and the Arch of Baal? And the signs of Freemasonry? Does anyone know this? Does anyone know why it matters? Or why it's on a building that we go and buy food at as a known brand within our fast food diet? This is fast food in America, folks. This is what your corporations are about. This is what they're preaching to you in symbols that you do not even recognize unless someone points them out to you, or unless you study them. Maybe you don't have to have them pointed out to you, but you've studied them and you can find them yourselves. But this is what makes life interesting, folks. So anyway, this is Alex Aquarius reporting to you from the center of the deception, from the epicenter of the deception. Now, you have a great day. Please hit like, subscribe. Look up Alex Aquarius. Binge watch my videos. I've been setting up the SEO and all the thumbnails for that. Go through it. Thank you. Goodbye.